Can I say something right here, Steve? You know, we usually try to keep this a focus show, but with Craig the Hunter on here, focusing just goes right out the window.
Days gone by, we were side by side. Laughs and dreams, no place to hide. Your smile like sunshine lit up the dark. Now there's an emptiness in my heart. We built our stories through microphones. As long as you were there, we were all home. Memories like shadows, they still play. In this show called life, you paved my way. Brother Ronnie, you'll never fade away. In my soul, your spirit will stay. Though you're gone, you're not out of sight. In my heart, your flame burns bright. Brother Ronnie, you'll never fade away. In my soul, your spirit will stay. Though you're gone, you're not out of sight. In my heart, your flame burns bright. You taught me strength, you gave me hope. Held me steady when I couldn't cope. Though the stage is empty without your face, your love fills up every space. Times we'll cherish forevermore. Your laughter echoes through the door. In every note I sing for you, brother, your legacy stays true. Brother Ronnie, you'll never fade away. In my soul, your spirit will stay. Though you're gone, you're not out of sight. In my heart, your flame burns bright.
Do my shit undercover, now it's time for the blubber. Blabber, watch that belly get fatter. Fat boy in a diet, don't try it. I'll jack your ass like a looter in a riot. My shit's fat like a sumo, slamming that ass, leaving your face in the grass. Cause you know I don't take a duro lightly. Punks is jealous cause they can't outright me. Or kick that style, wicked wild. Happy face dude, never seen me smile. Rip that mainframe, I'll explain. A dude like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Crazy, insane, got no brain. Insane in the membrane. Let the music take control. Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking. It's going on in the kitchen, but I don't know what's cooking. They say I gotta learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can, I guess they won't. I guess they frontin', that's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. Alright, Coolio, I see what you did. But is everybody in a good mood? That's what we're shooting for. How about one more? Right. Let's go! Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk you better back up. Try and play the role and yo, the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling, jump up, touch the ceiling mugs, let the funk flow. So much fucking junk, yo, I bust them in the eye, and then I take the punks, oh. funkin'. Amps in the trunk and I got more rhymes than his pops at a Dunkin' Donut shop. Sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill, plus my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around. Jump up and get down. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Oh yeah, this is fun. What about the original last verse? Okay, I can do that. Ready? Let's do this. Coming in over the top, never under. Lifting moods and spirits, dropping bass like thunder. We're here for a good time, and we just might say something you don't like. Ain't no reason to fight. Leave your differences at the door, let's have a good night. You never know, you just might have a good time. Despite your spite, it don't matter if you're left or right. No limited height, this is Dynamite. Let's be open-minded, no room for sheep. Too many blinded, no need to be reminded. Turn it up, rewind it. Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
Steve goes undercover. What the hell does that mean, man? So first of all, I gotta let you know my voice is getting worse. I'm losing it. I'm not sick. I haven't been screaming. I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. So huge shout out to my best friend that is usually not here, man. But huge shout out to Dave's not here, man, for being here to help prevent me from having to continuously talk. Aloha. Oh, wait, where's Dave? There he is.
See what happens when he yells at me all the time?
Yeah.
He's always yelling at me. He lost his voice.
Yes, you caught me. That's why I was like, damn it.
What's
Damn it.
up,
I can't
Nina?
even do it. Damn it, Nina. I wonder if I can still do impressions. Oh, well, hey, this kind of helps my Trump. I mean, it's already half gone. I mean, we'll do very, very big things.
It's kind of more like a gay Trump. Sound like a gay Trump.
Oh, everybody knows he likes gay.
I like it. I like it a lot. So what's going on with you, man, other than losing your voice?
Not much. Just work and yeah, work's been slow, but the last couple of days the phone started ringing again, so that's a good thing. But oh, and a shout out to my customer yesterday because he gave me a $60 tip. I thought
Nice.
I haven't had a tip in a long time, so that was pretty cool. $60.
That's nice. And shout out to these subscribe. What does it say? Of the month? I can't even read your screen anymore.
Oh, subscriber
Anyway,
of the month.
Subscriber of the month.
Rich.
There it is. In the house.
Nice.
Shout out to Iron Tom.
Yes, aloha, Terry, Ironton Auditor.
How are you? So yeah, I'm real tired. So if I sound crazy, man, it's because I am. So just please give me a little leeway.
That's all right. We'll just be, hey, that'll make it even better. There's two of us up here that are only halfway here, up here.
Oh yeah. So Mom's here. She's reason I was a little bit late. We're trying to figure out what she wanted for dinner. We got her vegetable soup and a sandwich, and the same vegetable soup that she made me eat as a kid. She will not touch it right now.
What goes around comes around. I'll tell you why.
She said it looks like a rhyme or a word that rhymes with crit. So So I'm so glad, Mom, because you made me eat that like all the time. So hello to Snooks and Freedom.
Yep, yeah, I was gonna scroll back up to the top because wow, so many comments. We said aloha to Irons and Auditor, Cheryl Rich is here, Freedom, Redbird, Brenda, Snooks,
What's up, Jeffrey?
Jeffrey, aloha, Jeffrey, and Creek's here listening at work. And
Snooks. I see
Creek
Creek,
also
bro.
will be going live 10:35 p.m. Central. And Angels Don't Fall is here.
What's up, Angels? Good to see you, Todd Bushy in the house.
Tabushi.
Bush. Yeah, so earlier I was like, I think it was 6:30 in the morning, and I went on to Freedom Redbird or Brenda's channel, and I was like liking a couple videos here and there, and then like I'm like, nice shirts, Brenda, because like she had new merch out. So I'm like, nice shirts, and then she she chatted me back. She's like, oh, that was last year's logo, but thank you anyway. It's like apparently I was looking at a 2-year-old video or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, that's how tired I was. I was just like, I like when people support me, I like to immediately go back to their channels and you know what I mean? I like to be residual on that support thing.
No, and that's good to do that too, because otherwise YouTube decides to unsubscribe people like that. But real quick, hey, what do you mean you feel like chopped liver, Snooks? We said hi to you like 3 times. Silly goose.
I think you're starting to get needy, Snooks.
You silly goose. Indy here. Aloha, Indy.
All right, so I got something really hard to do. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm
I want to say aloha to Snooks again, just in case you didn't hear us. Hi, Snooks. So I didn't have nothing planned because honestly, I wasn't even sure if I was going to go live today. That's why I didn't make it public till like early this morning or late last night. But but then I'm like, man, I haven't missed a Sunday and I don't know how long, and it just sucks when you break a record that you've had going for so long, right? Like I think it's like 2.5 years I have not missed a Sunday. Even the times when I wasn't here, like even the times where we went to the Big Island or we're out of town, I still every Sunday for a very, 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 very long time, a long, long time. But with that being said, I really didn't have anything set up. And again, shout out to Dave for being here for me today because it's a big help. Set up by Marshall. Aloha and welcome. And thank you. This is one of my newer hats. Usually wear gray and white, but then when I sweat at work, it soaks through. So the hat's like usually ruined within a week. But the weather here, Brenda, is right now it's 91 degrees, which is high because usually average year round is 79 and sunny. Today it's 91 and sunny. Wait, did I read that wrong? That seems high. I did not. It says 91. Outside is 91, and where I sit right now, it is 83. Steve-O. What's up, Steve-O? That's funny, too, because I was just having my customer, I want to say his name, but I don't, but really, really good customer of mine, longtime customer, and great guy. And he lives here, and then his daughters, they live in New York, but then they also own homes here. So they're like back and forth. and then his brother also lives here on the windward side, and he was telling me about his brother. Like, I'll never go to New York. It's too cold. Screw that. And then he was talking about on the windward side a couple of weeks ago how it got down to like low 60s, and his brother was so cold that he would go out into his truck and start it up, turn the heater on, and just sit in his truck with the heat on for like an hour. Because if you're used to 80, 85, 90-degree weather all the time, dude, 60 degrees is pretty damn cold. But you know what I'm saying? Just like in the winter when it's like 10 degrees for a month straight and then it warms up to 35, everyone's like, oh, it's so nice out, it's so warm. But 35 really isn't warm.
And this is where I come in and call you a sissy again.
I used to do the same thing before I moved here. I was like, what? Because I seen a picture of someone before I moved here. And like I said, when I first moved here, I'd never been here ever. It was never on vacation, nothing. And I seen a picture of someone wearing a beanie hat. I was like, what are you wearing a fucking beanie hat? Like, what are you, cold? But yeah, I used to do that too, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Still involved in this.
Anyone else that's come in and I missed, I'm sorry, but aloha.
Yeah, much love to y'all. I got my Kurt shirt in the mail. I got it on. At some point, I'll be able to turn on my camera and show you how it came out. I got the black one. Kurt Fest shirt.
Nice.
Casper. I was waiting and waiting. I was getting mad. I'm like, it's not coming. It was like 7 days. And it said 5 to 7 days, but I was mad that it took 7. You know how you are.
Yeah,
it was President's Day threw it off or something.
We're all impatient, right? When it comes down to it. Impatient. Oh, that's pretty cool. Set up by Marshall. I just subbed to your channel. It's all about music production and guitars, and it looks pretty cool. So hell yeah, go check out Set Up by Marshall's channel. For sure. And I don't know if that's just my end or is everybody buffering?
I'm not buffering.
Oh, okay.
I'm Tylenol.
Tylenol?
It didn't used to call it buffering or something. Buffer.
Oh yeah. Something like, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, she's at like 1.
Oh, Snooks went on Peanuts last night. Oh, was he on last night? Yeah, I didn't even get home from work until shit. What time was it? Like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, my time. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Now Steve was gonna have everybody coming after me. The newly planted rock garden that has been replanted for a couple weeks now, and everybody wants to see it, but I haven't finished the video yet, so it's all my fault. It's all my fault. Buffering. Speaking of buffering, Dave, you still there? You got quiet. Or are you still like doing stuff in between?
I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I'll wait till you get back then. He was even semi-polite to me. I'm going to have to go check it out. I didn't even... You know what's weird? I think yesterday is the first time in a long time that even when I was working, I didn't even have my earbuds in. So I didn't watch or listen to YouTube at all yesterday because, like I said, my customer yesterday is really cool and I've known him for a while. And so I didn't need my earbuds because I was having a very awesome conversation with Manny most of the time I was there. And yes, Steve-O, I'm gonna that video is almost done. I just, you know me, man, I'm a perfectionist. If it's not perfect, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, it's good enough. I just put it out as good enough. And then after I do, and then I see it again, I'll just be like, oh God, this is horrible, man. This shouldn't be like that. This shouldn't be like that. What's up, Tennessee Ridge Runner? Good to see you, brother. How is Manny? I'm not sure which. Well, the Manny I was talking about was my customer from yesterday, but are you talking about Mamsy Graham? I haven't heard from him in a while. Lord Spike Protein, aloha, brother. Pat Evans, aloha. And then who did I miss? I missed somebody. Oh, well, sorry if I missed anyone, but aloha and welcome. Huh. And then I already said that. Never mind. I was gonna say Creek's gonna have his show tonight at 10:35 Central. Which, if he gets it set up before I'm done here, I'll put it in there to redirect everyone. We are all impatient, Steve. No matter how much we try to deny it or say that we're not, you know damn well in the back of your head somewhere, somehow or another, we are impatient. Especially for silly things. I catch myself doing that. Hey, Sean Ellis, my brother from Molokai. Aloha. I recently am one of federal employees that got an official letter by my employer by order of President Donald J. Trump. My hospice care nurse job was terminated because of what? Are you fucking serious, dude? Man, that sucks, Sean. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Damn, dude. And I know that just doesn't, man, because I've read too and I've heard that that island is like one of the highest unemployment rates. So then they're going to do shit like that and make it even worse. That's ridiculous, man. I am really sorry to hear that, brother. Damn, that sucks. Especially on Molokai, man. It's like literally Molokai is not a big island. It's not a big population. And for the number, for the size of the population, it's a high unemployment rate. So then why would see? I hate the government. I'm pretty sure I said that before. Yeah, I'm almost positive I said that before. Fuck the government. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, we got what, Molokai? Okay, they got high unemployment. Okay, go ahead and cut their funds and take that number and double it. Bunch of jergovs. Yep, see, like I always say, man, left, right, red, or blue, doesn't matter. Government don't care about you. No, LSP. No, you haven't said that before. It kind of sounds familiar, but I don't remember you ever saying that. Man, and that's crazy too, Sean, because hospice is, I have a lot of respect and appreciation for hospice because they've been there for my family a couple times. And like hospice is a very needed, I don't know what you call it, organization, group, or you know what I mean? But they're very neat. They were very, very helpful, and I'm very grateful for them for when they were there for my family. We're on a military base right now. All right, but Ridge Runner, but you're not military though, right? Or you used to be military, but you still work for the government, but working on a military base. Government, like getting kicked. Oh, went away. Kicked in the balls. You get, yeah. You get about as much out of it. Exactly. Well, hopefully, Sean, you won't have any freaking issues with it because, yeah, anytime I've I've only had to go 3 times. And one of those times, it was, I walked in and they're just like, all right, yeah, you're already, everything's good. I was in and out like that. I was like, sweet. But the other 2 times I had to fight it. But, Mitch Mowers, aloha. So, do you want more government or less government? Less government. Is that a real question? Yeah, look how bad it sucks now with the amount of government we have now. Definitely less. And yeah, no, I'm not saying I have the answers, but I definitely think that we need some form of government. But put it this way, less government, more freedom, right? More government, more laws, more rules, more bullshit policies, more everything that they keep coming up with every day. More you're law-abiding human being one day, and then the next day you're a criminal because they changed something. And I didn't think you had gonads to come out telling us straight out, fuck the government. Nice to meet you, 07. See? No, yeah. Okay, so wait, I missed that. Oh, yeah. Brenda said hospice work isn't easy either. Exactly. Very true, Brenda, because, yeah, and then like Cheryl Rich says, you have to be a special kind of person. I'm just being honest, too. I could not do that. I really couldn't do it. Back to the patience. I don't have a patience. I don't, it's just, so yeah, mad respect for Sean Ellis for doing that. And hopefully that changes soon and switches back around and then you can just go back because that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would they terminate jobs like that? I'm sure there's a couple dozen other jobs that could be terminated instead that, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of other pointless jobs because Sean's job was definitely not pointless. Sean's job is needed and serves a lot of purpose. There you go. Terminate some of the jobs of some of these politicians because a lot of their jobs are pointless. Why don't they terminate them and let we the people keep their jobs? that are needed and serve a purpose, and terminate the ones that don't serve a purpose, like most of the politicians. There's the answer. See, we figured it out. And then we got less government and more freedom. Hey, see, there we go. Still, nothing's going to happen. So, you know. Close down Area 51. Yeah, I'm sure they got some shit hidden under there. Yeah, right, Terry. Yeah. This is the funding getting cut, not necessarily the jobs, but unfortunately, that means jobs. That would be sweet if they made Area 51 into a tourist spot, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're hiding some very serious shit there. I don't know how true it is either, but I heard that shit goes like 12 or 22 or something deep. So it's like you get on an elevator and instead of going up to a high rise, you just keep going down and down and down and down. Deplorable Kulak, aloha. I don't know what happened to Dave, man. Dave was here and now he's not here. But no, I know he's also got some stuff going on at home. Save the jobs, give us grants and funding and pharmaceutical research and wasted crap, not those assisting or needing medical assistance. Exactly, Steve-O. White life, aloha, brother. I'm going to switch that font. Font's a little weird. So weird. There we go. Try that one. Oh, yeah. Area 52 where they keep all the good shit now. Yeah, what's the name of that other one that's like there's Area 51 and then there's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but really the other one is where they're supposedly keeping everything, but they're letting everybody believe that it's Area 51, but it's some shit like that. Dave was probably on the throne. Oh yeah, right there. We were probably saying that when the same time you were typing it, because I just seen that. But yeah, that's exactly kind of what I was just saying. But yeah, it's like there's Area 51, and then close by there's another spot that's the real area or whatever, 69, like Wildlife says. And that's the one they're hiding. Right. That, and I've seen a couple of videos where some dudes on dirt bikes were like riding around, and then I guess they got too close or they crossed the line. They didn't see the signs or whatever. And then these military dudes armed, like pulled up out of nowhere, and like, you can't be, but their uniforms weren't like regular military uniforms, or like, a regular military uniform. It's got the American flag and their name, their last name and ID number and all that shit. And it was just, but they were Blue Unicorn. Aloha, Brother Vaughn. Good to see you, man. But yeah, there's definitely something going on in Area 51 or Area 50, whatever the real one is. They're definitely hiding something. They're actually definitely hiding a lot of shit, not just Area 51 shit. hiding all kinds of shit. I haven't even had a chance to look into that, but wasn't there something too about how, oh, they released the JFK files or whatever, but isn't there something about that they really didn't, or why what they released is bullshit? But that reminds me too of what they were saying the other day with we were talking about and he said, yeah, but if they told you, would you believe them? You know? Oh, right on. We got my brother Terry is here, Ironton Auditor. Let me make sure it's on that so that when I pull him up, he'll be on the screen. There we go. Aloha, brother.
How you doing tonight? I hope the audio is good.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
All right, good deal. Sometimes I have a little problem with the audio. I couldn't stand it, man. It's so rough to type. It's easier just to talk, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like if I have the link, I'm like, oh, I really can't go up because I'm doing this or that, but I'm listening, and then it gets to a point where I'm like, screw it, man. I don't feel like typing.
Right. You know, talking about all these areas, I'm taking a guess, and I'm just a dumb hillbilly. You know that, right? I'm a dumb hillbilly that lives on a muddy hillside somewhere in Ohio. But I would say that what we're actually looking for, we won't find because it won't even be designated. We won't know what fucking area it is. That's my theory on it anyway. If they're really as smart as they seem to be and they've lied for as long as they have, I think they've thought it out. You know what I mean? They had a plan for it.
Right. Yeah. Especially because for me, I think that this goes back to like what, the 50s or 60s, whenever that.
Well, think about it. You didn't really hear much about this type of thing until science fiction became a thing. Once science fiction started to be published and become a thing, it seemed to become science and reality, didn't it? Not that I know anything. It just seems interesting that no one ever looked up and seen shit until they told us that there might be something up there. I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost like we were conditioned and programmed. Not that I'd know anything about that, but there you go.
Exactly. Well, I mean, think about it too. Like when the Roswell crash, when they first, remember,
right?
They were like, that's how conspiracy started, right? The word conspiracy, because then they're like, oh yeah, oh look, there's aliens in the sky, and they're like making fun of people that were saying that to make them. But then not too long ago, then they're like, oh yeah, UFOs, yeah, they're real. It's like, well, what happened to you're crazy if you think that, you know?
Right. Well, it seems as if I don't know about you, but we have been desensitized to a point where we're really not surprised anymore. You know what I mean? There's really not much they could throw at us that we would take as a complete surprise, think about it. We're just desensitized to everything, man.
Yeah.
The idea of aliens, UFOs, UAPs, whatever terminology you want to throw on it, there it is. It's been out there for a long time. My biggest question is, space being the vastness that it is supposed to be, with all the who knows how many illions of miles there may be, and no life anywhere close to here, supposedly, according to science, it would be easier for me to believe that if there were another race of beings out there, or races, that they probably were and or are here with us in the water, in the sky, under the dirt, right? Or possibly interdimensional. And that seems easier to believe because there's less distance, right, to travel.
Right. That's why I really believe in the deep ocean, because how come it's like only 5% of the deep ocean's ever been explored?
And you know everything about Mars damn near and the moon, but you don't know anything about what's under the water right under your feet where you swim. That is crazy nuts. Is it that they don't know, or is it that they haven't told us? One thing I know about mankind is we explore. And when they tell me that since I've been a tiny child, they've told me that. You mean to tell me in all the 50 years I've lived, they haven't even gotten 1% more of it done? I find that impossible to believe. I find that an impossibility, honestly.
Yep. That's I love that the Y files, the channel, the Y files.
Right. Right.
I love that channel, man, because he covers all kinds of stuff like that.
Is he the guy that has the fish in the bowl beside
Yeah,
him? Is that
yeah,
the right one? Okay, make sure I have the right
Hecklefish.
one.
Yeah. Hey, aloha, big chat. Let's see, Wildlife says, there's plenty in this world that can surprise me, but none of it comes from this corrupt government. This corrupt government is just like an issue of national.
Right. No doubt. I tell you what, I think that whoever was writing Vince McMahon's storylines for the WWE, I think they now work for everybody you see on TV. This can't be real. There's no damn way half of this stuff can be real. It's got to be a written script they're following, man. I hope so. You know, it's just too crazy.
Yeah, that's like the predictive programming, because you like watch movies from the 80s and 90s, and when you're watching it then, you're like, oh yeah, this is so science fiction. This was like never.
Right.
And then in the 2010s, 2020s, this stuff's happening, kind of, so
Well,
it's like
it all seems to be happening, but the interesting part is our space faring ways haven't changed a damn bit. In fact, they've gotten worse instead of better. Apparently, we're on the moon several times. Now we can't even do that.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
While science fiction is supposedly becoming a reality, I wonder if it is or if it just is in the mental matrix they force us to live in.
Right. Yeah, it's wild. And what's up with that? What do you mean, been to the moon? But I remember seeing that video, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I wish we'd go back, but even we could, we don't have the technology to do it." Like, so you did that long ago, but now because you lost what? That doesn't even make sense.
Well, maybe we've just been dumbed down to the point where, like, well, we can't do that shit anymore. We destroyed all that. Now we can't do it. What are we going to say? We're too stupid. I don't know.
Right. I believe that I believe that the moon landing was definitely not real. Definitely not real. But I also believe that we have been to the moon. So with that being said, I think that we went, and then there are other living creatures or whatever there, and found them, and then that's when they were like, hey, you need to stay the fuck out of here and never come back, or things are going to be bad. And that's why we don't go back.
Pretty sure one of my ex-girlfriends lives on the moon. Oh, I'm back.
I think all of us have one that definitely come from somewhere out there.
See, that's the other thing. Like, what if the aliens are walking amongst us, and like the movie They Live, right? We just don't. They just look like other people to us, but they're really not. And then, like, what if you were dating one at one time, or you just had no idea? That'd be.
Well, all the people doing the DEI programs are all aliens, probably.
How about this? How about if we're all aliens? How about if we were all part of some advanced bunch of beings? And unfortunately, what had happened is they got to leave the planet. It was hijacked by a bunch of dumbasses, right? And those dumbasses crash land into Earth as their last ditch effort. They don't know how to rebuild any of the technology. So here we are. What do you think?
Dude, oh man, I like that.
Crazy ramblings of a hillbilly.
I like that. If they were to come out and say that that's what it was, I'd believe it.
It's just as believable as anything else, isn't it? I mean, damn.
Right.
I should write a book.
You should. That'd be a great story.
Hijacked by, but we'll call it spacefaring dumbasses, hijacked by a bunch of people that couldn't replace what they broke. It's almost like our government, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Blue Unicorn. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember the actual movie. But it says, remember the 80s movie Morons from Outer Space.
So what do you guys think? What do you think about getting those $5,000 Doge checks in the mail?
I ain't getting one.
You're gonna get one. Why wouldn't you get one?
Well, hey, something like aloha.
Taxes don't matter. It's just you'll just get it back. You'll get it.
I gotta say, there's been a lot of talk from Trump's first one, Biden's, and now Trump's again, about all the different checks, all the different stimulus, all the different talks about all this stuff going on. And while I'm all for cutting government spending and saving the taxpayer money, my question is, are they actually going to save us money, or are they going to take the same damn amount and spend it on something else? Are they actually going to give us back any of our money? Right?
Well,
Or
that's
it,
what. Oh, they're saying 20%. They're trying to get $2 trillion taken out of the government, and then 20% of that's supposed to go back to the taxpayer. And then,
well, you do realize that that can't be a presidential decree or something that Musk or Doge can do, right? That takes an act of Congress. Congress decides where the money is spent. Nobody else constitutionally.
I guess it depends on if like the program's legit or not. Like sending condoms to Botswana is not enacted by the Congress. That wasn't a bill that was supported by Congress. That was like,
well,
like
it was under another. It
Yeah.
was under something else that was the USAID,
which is but it's been disbanded, right? So
right? Well,
I don't know
supposedly
if that still stands.
But see, that money though was what I'm saying. They can't now that they're not spending that money there. The president himself can't now take that money and spend it wherever the hell he wants. That's got to go back to Congress, and Congress decides, and then issues that wherever. That's how it's done constitutionally.
Yeah, you
Congress
try to
decides
figure
where the
that
money
out.
goes.
$50 million in condoms for Gaza. Like, is there even that many people there? Like,
well, there ain't now. They done raised the place, didn't they?
Like even before that though, like 50 million in Michigan. I think we have what, 10 million residents?
Is that what it is?
Twice the size of Gaza.
Something tells me there wasn't a single rubber bought, buddy. Somebody pocketed that money. Ain't nobody got a condom in Gaza from the United States. I would guarantee it.
Right, and since they all get 30 virgins, they wouldn't be using a condom. Come on,
right? Don't need one. Huh?
Don't lie to me.
Well, Dave, I don't know if you were listening when Sean was here a little bit ago and said this, or if you were busy, but Sean said this about a half hour ago, but recently federal employees that got an official letter by my employer by order of the President Donald J. Trump, hospice care nurse job was terminated because of federal cuts.
Yeah, I believe it.
And the thing is, though, the island he lives on is a small island. It is not a big it's like not a big population at all. And they're one of for the size of the population, they have a really high unemployment rate. So
it's going to happen because what's going to happen is because of all the illegal stuff going on, there's going to be a lot of innocent people getting hurt.
Right.
Because they've done things they shouldn't have and connected themselves with programs that they shouldn't have, and they knew they shouldn't have, and then innocent people are now going to get hurt.
I was just going to say that's the worst part of this whole thing is the fact that the in order to dismantle it and make it better, that means that we the people have to fucking suffer through this. It got to the point where it is, and unfortunately it's not going to get any better until the bottom falls out, it doesn't sound like.
So I just looked up the population of Gaza is 2.10 million. So we had to give $50 million in condoms for 2 million people.
Apparently they like to do it a lot.
I guess they need like 40 a piece or something, 40, 50 a piece.
Apparently they have good, healthy sex drives in Gaza. Must be making sure
if
T levels are up and shit,
If someone came to my country and gave me a box of condoms, I'd be mad at them. Be like, what? You don't want us to populate? Trying to control our population?
Oh shit.
I would take that as an insult.
Well, Blue Unicorn says it's eugenics. Stop them from breeding. That's their point. Bill Gates has stated he wants to reduce population because he's a eugenist and his friends are all the same.
It's the same with Margaret Sanger and black people back in the 50s.
Yeah, with the
abortion thing was for that to get rid of the black population. It's clear if you go back and read it all. Margaret Sanger wrote a letter to Congress that said it would control the population of African American people, and it was That's why they enacted that Roe v. Wade in the first place.
Well, you
It
know that
wasn't
he had
targeted
said
at.
with a good, I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead. Go ahead.
he had said with a good vaccine program, right, and education programs, they could reduce population. You know, very interesting words used since he's so deep into eugenics and vaccinations.
I just so happened to be on a website today looking at who was the top dog making the most money in the world right now, and it was Apple. But down the line, like a couple was Microsoft. It's like I can't remember. It was something like I think it was 2 trillion a year or 2 trillion. Was it either a month? I don't know. Something insane. And so I looked up how many millions is a trillion, and a trillion is a million millions. Okay, so and a
Would they
billion is 1,000 millions. So figure that out. How much money they're making? $2 trillion a year.
think of it like this: if you were to be paid $1 a second, every second from the second you're
That's
born until the second that you die, you
just
would
let
have
them
to.
guess. Let them guess first,
All right.
Terry. I
How
know
much do you
I
think you would have to how long do you think you would have to live to make your first $1 trillion?
I don't
A
think you
dollar a
could
second.
live long enough. I don't think you could live
because
long enough.
I can't remember
It's
it, but I know exactly what you're saying. And oh, I'm so glad you know this because yeah,
it
60
is over
seconds per minute.
32. It is over 32,000 years that you
Yeah.
would have to live. So when the government starts throwing out, like when Trump signed the $6.2 trillion deal during the whole COVID thing, right? When they throw trillion around like it ain't no big deal, think about that for a minute. 32,000 years. That's a long time.
that's so wild.
That's
But yeah, I want
unfathomable.
to comment on Blue Unicorn what he said because this is so true, and I'm with you on this, Blue, because the way I see it, every time you vote, you make yourself responsible for all of this crap and have no right to complain. I do, and so do I have room to complain because I don't vote. I've never implied I consent to any of it, and that's why I made this short the other day because who else except George Carlin? Ah,
How long have we been here? We've been here a little over 200 years of voting, and this is where we are. If you think a vote, if you think a check mark on a ballot is going to make a difference, then I think you just need to wake the hell up. Unfortunately, the majority of the people think that because it seems as if the one they vote for is speaking what they might say, they'll do exactly what George Carlin does. They'll stay at home and they won't complain and they won't say anything except like we do here. You know what I mean? We could fix the world's problems in 5 minutes, but none of us can actually do or will do anything about it.
Well,
We let
right.
them talk.
at least it's more fun when Trump's president because at least I don't have to look at some blithering idiot drool on the stage. And like Trump says shit like, I'm going to steal the Panama Canal. And you're just like, oh, that's freaking great.
Oh hell,
I mean,
he's
it's kind of hilarious.
he's gonna make everybody a state, man.
I'm taking
Everybody's getting
Greenland.
statehood this year, you know.
I'm taking Greenland. Canada's going to be our next state. It's like, I like this dude. He's just insane. So make
Well,
everybody scared of us. That's what he's doing. I think he's plans to do this, like he says something off the wall, but really he knows that he's not going to get all the way there. He'll go halfway. He's the art. What is it? The art of the deal or whatever his book was. It's
How
like
do we not?
always
I'm sorry.
escalate the argument higher, way higher than the expectation you want to get out of the argument. You know what I mean? Like your deal. Say you want to buy a house for 100 grand, but you escalate it, or you only offer 50, but eventually you want to get to the 100. You get what I'm saying? Like he escalates way above and is like, I'll wipe you off the face of the earth because he knows that they're going to settle somewhere lower where he wants it anyway. So he just
Let me
acts nuts.
let me
He just
throw a
acts
theory
nuts.
out here. We throw a theory out here. What if, exactly like it always has been, he was just as planned, groomed, placed, and selected, not elected, like every other person for this exact time in order to
It
keep the
could be.
race going?
that's kind of like what I was going to say, another similar theory, but what if doesn't matter who the president is, they're not in charge anyway. They're just
Right.
the puppet for
Right.
whoever is in charge. So
They
yeah,
do what they're
voting is
told.
just to make the people believe that they have
They have
the power of deciding who, because it's already decided. Basically, what Terry just said.
to make you believe somebody else has your best interest. None of them ever have. I don't know why we
Right.
should expect this one out of nowhere to be any better than the others. And I'm not trying to badmouth Trump, right? I'm just postulating what if, because it seems like it doesn't matter who's elected, selected, voted for, none of the other. They all go in there, they sit down, they sign those 3,000-page bills, sign it into law, and then later they act, oh well, it was buried in there, and like the American people won't get mad and make them repeal it or nothing, because like fuck, they were duped. They were duped by the Democrats, or the Democrats were duped by the Republicans, and it's this whole dichotomy, stupid left right bullshit, man. If people could pull back out of there and learn to ride the fence a little more. You
Did you
ride the fence
hear?
in the middle.
Did you hear California just asked for $60 billion in fire aid after they didn't even have the reservoirs of water filled in any of the neighborhoods because it went against their climate change agenda? So half of the town burns down because they don't even have water in the fire hydrants. Now they're asking for $60 billion.
How many of those have been at Diddy parties? Now, I don't know the truth. I'm asking because I know that there were a few. So, like, I don't really get into the research, but I'm just wondering if that was more convenient than not.
I don't know, but I saw something funny today. Remember Micro Jackson, Steve? They have a micro J-Lo, right?
Really?
And then they alluded to, I guess J-Lo at one time was Diddy's girlfriend.
Yeah, they dated for a little bit or twice or something, and then J-Lo is saying bad things about him.
She came on she came at the Democratic parties, whatever, and came out against Trump and was saying all this and like, we should care about each other. And she was like fake crying. You could tell she was acting. She was reading the teleprompter. But then it like goes over and you see this micro J-Lo and pumping gas and she's just dancing. Just like, we got to get her on the show next. We're going to get Micro Jackson and Micro J-Lo.
I can't even find Micro J-Lo.
I don't know if that's her name, Micro J-Lo. I took a picture of it. I got to look at it, but
that's funny as hell though, man. I got to see that.
Just hops out the car. Hair is almost as long as her.
Well, I did do that short, and I tagged Micro Jackson in it.
I saw that.
Didn't get many views, so I don't know.
I think we're the only ones that care about Michael Jackson. He's a soft.
Have you seen Micro Jackson, Terry?
No.
He's this is just a short I made, but
Micro, come on, man, be on our show, brother.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tag him.
We really want you, Micro, if you're listening.
Where's the glove at? There's the glove.
Hey, man, you rap.
He even wears the glove and everything.
Wow.
We want a live performance, and we'll get you that Micro J-Lo on the show.
We'll get Micro Jackson hooked up with Micro J-Lo.
I mean, it's the double J's right there, Micro J.
Wow.
I love little Michael too, especially when he was riding a four-wheeler. I'm like, dude had a decked out four-wheeler for a little person.
Yeah, and he had a tour bus.
I was like, dang, bro, I didn't even know you could ride a four-wheeler. That's pretty cool.
So, that's what I need in my life is more people my size, because I'm like not very much bigger than a lot of them. So,
what's up, big chap? Good to see you, Watt Life. I seen Big Chap.
Man, Terry's still got my head spinning with all these theories he said so far with the Area 51, with the Oh, good points. Good
Well, as I
theories.
always say, I don't have a lot of answers. What I do have are a lot of questions. And it's just because I'm not exactly stupid. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm some dumb, but not plumb dumb. I think for myself. And I do spend time thinking. A lot of people don't really ponder a topic, Steve. They think about how they feel in their day, and when they don't feel what they want to feel, they'll do anything and say anything to get whatever feeling they're looking for, right? But they don't really spend any time thinking about a single. How many people do you think actually sat down in a chair for more than 10 goddamn minutes during the whole pre-election shit to actually make a decision, an educated one about who they're going to vote for? Or do they just pick emotionally based? Right.
See again.
What?
So true.
Big chat. Where you gonna be at, brother? You want to meet up?
Big chap coming to the D.
Are you in Michigan too, Dave?
Yeah, I grew up in
Yeah. Me and Dave known
Heartland.
each other since we were 9. So yeah, we grew up together.
Well, I went there recently. It's been back in October to meet a couple subscribers of mine that I have become personal friends over the years, and so I know I'll be going back at least twice more soon. And it is in the Detroit area, like the suburbs of Detroit. So if you're anywhere close, maybe I'll holler you
Yeah.
out, man.
Dude, Terry, that'd be sweet if when you went back again was the same time me and Nina are gonna go back.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
Well, if you let me know when that is, I might be able to work out whether or not I was going for that reason. Is it's about
Oh,
6 hours away, right? So hell, I've streamed and drove live longer than that. So it's not
Right.
really for the drive. I don't mind.
Yeah,
that's
you're
cool,
you're
man.
about 6 hours away, and then the flight is I think 11 or 12 hours. But
All right, I got a
yeah,
quick story.
once we get it down and it's a for sure thing, I'll definitely.
I've got
So,
one flying in from Liverpool later this year, and it was cheaper for her to fly into Columbus than it was to fly into Detroit. So she's going to fly into Columbus. I'm going to pick her up in Columbus and just drive her ahead through to Detroit for our meetup. So
That's cool though because yeah, especially being a she, Columbus isn't really the safest city.
well, she'll be with Iron Auditor. She'll be all
Right. Yeah.
right. I lived there for about 8 or 10 years. A
Oh,
long
really?
time ago. Yeah, my wife and I moved there. My first wife moved there a long time ago. We lived there
I've
about
only
eight or
been there
ten years.
once, but and that was a long time ago. But since then, I've heard that it's been getting worse and worse.
Well, you know how it is. You start putting too many. The person is not too bad. Unfortunately, when you get people together, they get dumb and insane real damn quick. Have you ever
Yep.
noticed?
Mob mentality.
Smaller communities, you don't have those kinds of problems. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, Wingnut. Aloha, Wingnut.
we're not. Yeah, LSP's in the house. Good to see you, my man. That's my man crush right there. Unless Mr. B's in the house, and he takes top notch.
Well, I
Where's
hope I
Mr.
didn't
B
interrupt
been,
you
though?
guys.
You seen him lately, Steve? Mr. B?
Uh, in chat not too long ago,
Okay.
but
I just remember him saying that he had something going on with his health, and I hadn't been seeing him much.
yeah, he said he's gonna take like a little break from
And
you.
I got another question. Has anybody seen Bad Joe? You guys know who I'm talking about? Bad Joe, Maestro, and Rain. I heard something bad happened to Bad Joe or something, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Oh,
I'm
that's
not really
cool,
sure who
Andy.
that is.
Yeah, if anybody knows about Bad Joe, Maestro, or
Oh
Rain,
no,
let
I
me
know who
know.
you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know though. I haven't really been to the I don't know music or karaoke community in a while. I mean, music, like karaoke part, I still go to Creeks, and then music, like I watch Blue Unicorn, and and then I guess indie's kind of considered music because she does but then I watch indie. But other than that, I kind of,
Yeah,
I
like
haven't been to any of
Bad
those.
Joe's usually on every day, like at least for a couple songs here and there or whatever. And then I think that wasn't Cold Acre. Someone came into one of the places we were in and said something had happened or there was bad news about Bad Joe. And
Huh.
then we were like, well, everyone's like, what happened? Tell us what happened. And then he's like, oh, I shouldn't say it in chat. And then that was it. But I couldn't find anything on it. But he's
But yes, Blue, you man. I watch your channel. You had like 2 premieres last week. Or recently, this week, last week. Oh, Snook says Badjo has a live for the 28th coming up.
okay. So he's nothing bad happened to him. People are liars. You know how it is.
Well, hell yeah, that's just how the world turns, right?
I'm gonna have to
That's they,
smack a
isn't it?
Nick. I'm gonna have
Isn't
to
that
smack
they?
a Nick
They
up.
say all kinds of things. You guys have heard from they, right? They say.
That was
Yeah,
2K. There was 2 Ks in there. Don't get mad at me. I'm gonna have to smack a Nick up. Oh, the guy came right in the chat. I think it was like during a concert or something. There was a bunch of people singing. Comes right in and starts saying stuff about Bad Joe. Something happened to him. Anyway, whatever. Good thing nothing happened to him. I still didn't send Wildlife his dog yet. I feel terrible.
what?
And my mom's been sick, brother, and that's the reason.
No, I know. I'm just messing with you, dude. I know. Well, hey, I finally got Sea Lover and DJ Sugar Sweets sent out this week, but in the beginning of the week, and they should be getting them tomorrow or Tuesday.
I decided since I haven't sent Wildlife his, I'm gonna put something extra special in there. I'm gonna lick it, and then I'm gonna sign the bottom of it.
This is
I'm gonna be two watt with love from D's nuts. I mean Dave not there.
but yeah,
No, man, I'm gonna send him one though, for real. It's coming up. It's coming up. Give me 2 weeks. Mom's been really, really sick though.
but
Been a rough week.
as far as meeting people and by the way, Terry, that's awesome that you became really good friends with a couple of your subscribers like that, because as far as meeting people through YouTube, you find out and I know you can speak for this. I won't bring it up, but I know you know what I'm talking about. You meet people that you think you can trust, and
Right,
it turns out
right.
that, yeah, wow.
Well, you know, that's how I got into this game to start with, was putting my trust in a moron, right? And
Yeah,
but I can't fault him too much because of him, I became Ironton auditor, and when I did, since then I have met thousands of people, man, thousands of people all over the world, and out of those thousands, I have a close 5 or 6 that have become really personal friends who I talk to almost every day. So
right.
thank you, Jose Maria de Castro, you cowardly little shit. Thank you so much for
I'm gonna
introducing
spray
me
my
to
cologne on
such
it now,
wonderful people.
Wildlife.
Well, then I gotta go shut my glass sliding door because someone's out there with their weed whip just driving me crazy.
Don't get in a
Hell,
fight with the neighbor again, will you?
I even met you this way, Steve.
He's gonna go out there and fight the guy with the weed whipper again.
We'll take the camera, man. It's YouTube, damn it. That'll be a video and a half, I guarantee it.
Yeah, but he won't record it. That'll be like it'll happen off camera. Everything good always happens off camera. Have you ever noticed that?
Don't it always?
weed whipping and it's so loud I can't barely hear.
Yeah, I think you should go start yelling at him. Put your GoPro on, go out there, just be like, "Hey, what the hell?"
Yeah, but I don't wear pants when I'm live, so I
That's
can't
fine.
really go
It'll
outside
be
yet.
even
Oh,
better.
I didn't stand
Yeah.
up too high, did I? Shit.
That's definitely YouTube worthy, sir. That will get the views, I promise you.
Go out
I
there
probably
and
viewed a few times myself just to make sure that's what happened.
go out there and hey, wear Nina's drawers. Go out there and, I'll shut up. Just, you know what I'm saying. Go out there in your little negligee and be like, "Get the hell off my grass." He'll think you're nuts.
No,
I went
it's
back
so
and watched
loud.
our video, Steve, the one you did with Ronnie, and you all brought me up. I had
Oh
just
yeah,
went back and rewatched that last night, as a matter of fact.
yeah, that was a good one. There's
Don't tell Mr. B, Cheryl.
when I well, not the one I played today when I started the live, but one of it was like a 16, 17-minute long tribute video for Ronnie. But when I was making that, I was, because me and Ronnie had so many live streams together, and man, just going through them all, it just, man, brought back so many memories. Just like ones I forget about, like, oh yeah, I forgot we did this one, but that was one of them that I watched that I was like, yeah, this was a really good one. And
I had a great time, and I think a lot of it was because I got to meet and talk with Ronnie, although I'd been in and out of his many channels. I think we mentioned that during the video. I could never find him because you'd find a channel and then it'd get deleted, so you had to search for him again.
yeah,
But I never got to know him as well as I had wished I had had the opportunity. But he seemed like a pretty cool cat, man.
Steve,
yeah, really, really cool. And the best part is, like, I mean, pretty much the same with all my friends. There's things me and Ronnie did not agree on at all.
Right.
But
Right.
There's been times I left the panel because I was just like, I didn't tell him I was mad at him or nothing. I was just like, wow, dude. Mostly Israel and the Nazi thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I loved him, man. I loved him to death. Good man.
What
We
little
also
bit I knew him,
agreed.
he seemed. I'm sorry, I was just going to say he earned my respect pretty early. He seemed pretty straight.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. Such a good guy.
Because I know I made here's one of them. There's
His
another
voice.
one.
He could have done anything with his voice, man. He just had the radio voice, the podcast voice.
Yep. Yeah, here's one of the shorts. Because usually from the live streams, I'll go back and make 1, 2, sometimes 4 or 5 shorts from each live. And this is the one from when you were on with me and Ronnie.
Make sure it's you they want. Literally robbing money out of your pocket in the form of a ticket, all for your safety.
Back to blue till it happens to you.
Yeah, if you got to speed a little bit or some shit like that.
Right, because the average person really doesn't have a police interaction very often. Some have never had one, but nobody really wants to be followed by the cop.
No shit. Prayer is
Yeah,
one of
right.
the best things a person can do for anybody, in my opinion.
You can't expect to be in control of more until you can be content with what you have, even if that's nothing. You have to find your center balance and start there and work your way up.
I want to shout out Irons Man. Great guy, man. Really.
I don't know why I threw that in at the end. But yeah, that's great advice too. What you said is you gotta find your, be one with yourself and happy with yourself.
Isn't it sad that you could learn more from watching a Star Wars trilogy about life than you can going to church? Think about it. The most powerful Jedis were not the most powerful because they were either light or dark. The most powerful, and this is true in your own life, not just in the strange place called the Force, you have to be able to draw on both positive and negative, good and bad, light and dark forces in your life. And that takes balance. Right, too far one way or the other, it's just like politically. Once you leave the fence and you go too far left or right of it, you won't even be able to see the fence anymore, let alone what's on the other side, right? It's always about balance. Man, you picked that out there. It almost made me sound smart and shit.
I tied myself to the fence. I tie my ass to the fence in case I start going the wrong way. I just pull myself back in. I was thinking about that the other day, honestly, though. All kidding aside, like God's probably in the middle, right? Like if there's God up there, he's in the middle. There ain't no left or right.
Right.
He's up there in the middle. And ultimately, like when I read my Bible, it says that all the leaders that are in place, I believe that God places them in power. And good or bad, it's all for his purposes, all leading up to his plan anyways. So as much as we whine and complain and don't like it and bash it, I think he has a plan and it's going to happen regardless of what we think or feel or do.
Oh yeah, me
My
too.
personal opinion.
Me too,
Even
100%.
even through times in my life when I've screwed up, there have been quite a few of those screwed ups that had I done it right the first time, or had I spoke it right the first time, I would not have gotten the benefits that came from fucking it up and having the opportunity to go back and redo or refix. Sometimes those bad things that happen can still be turned to good in your life, right? But you've got to be able to see that positive aspect, that perspective of things. Perspective changes everything, man.
Yeah, and that's why I say all the time that, and I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and that good and bad, because I believe that it happens for a reason because you're supposed to learn from it. So,
Right.
unfortunately, some people never learn from it, but
Well, some
you
people
know,
have never learned anything, so therefore they are unable. Like the Bible says, they can't know it. It's spiritually discerned, right? There are a
Oh,
lot
they're
of things
blind
in
to
life
it.
that require discernment. So if you do not have the ability to understand what you see or hear, then to you it's a mystery, right? You like the parables, you can see it without uh, understanding, right? But what is it? See without seeing and hear without understanding. That's why he done things in parables, right? And now,
And
if
they're
you go to a church, they'll pretend to tell you everything about the parable. It's kind of interesting. But,
I was
I'll leave
trying to
that with
say
you.
people are absolutely blind, and that's why I named
Yes.
my channel Starred for Truth. My original intent was I was blowing up on Facebook pretty good. I was doing well. I'm like, I'm gonna jump platforms because I wanted to help people. I wanted to show them like things that I had learned that opened my eyes and helped me in my life, like get off drugs and drinking and like semi straighten out my life. And now I've been married like almost 28 years. All my kids are successful. I was a father. I did all these things, but I did it with the help of God, you know. And people say God's not real. Well, he was in my life, man, because I'm telling you, this is a personal story, but I was drinking like I can't remember, man, like 25 beers a day forever. And like I couldn't stop drinking. I was stoned drinking every day, all day. I didn't want to stop. And then like at the end I got so sick of it, I just couldn't stop. And I said, God, if you want me to stop, you're gonna have to take this from me because I can't. And then like the next morning I woke up and I didn't want a beer. I didn't care about a beer. I didn't like lust after a beer. I didn't want to even think about it. Like I had no want to drink after like years of just drinking, drinking, drinking. I had no symptoms. I had no withdrawals. I didn't get sick, nothing. You know, it's just like, to me, that is a miracle, man.
what's up,
'Cause
Slobber Joe?
I was alcoholic, dude. I was a functional alcoholic. I
I
mean, I
had a
didn't,
I know.
similar,
I was
I had a,
there.
s- I
I
had a
mean, I had a
similar
lot of
incident.
fun, but you know, it always ended up bad for me. You know, it's like stomach problems or blood pressure, fights
Right.
or relationship problems. You know what I mean?
I had a similar incident without going through all the details. I've never spoken of it live, maybe someday, but without going through all the details, I had an instance in my life where, for a time, it seemed as if I had gotten a new bumper to bumper warranty. Right, like I had things that were fixed, and you can use the word miraculous, strange, coincidence, whatever you like, but I can tell you that it damn sure happened. Right, and it happened when I was seemed to be seeking. Right, seemed to be seeking at the right time and in the right place. What I found was, for all my life I'd been going out, finding God, right? You go to church, you try to hang around people and study and all that kind of stuff. And if you ever get to the point where you've studied enough and you find that you'll never find God anywhere except for right inside of yourself, right, then you haven't learned anything yet. As soon as you get there, though, right, once you understand that and you can draw on that, where
Well,
did
and
you
everywhere
fall?
you go, whether it be church or not, everybody is flawed. And every pastor I've ever met, you know, everyone's like, "Oh, they're hypocrites." It's like, no, man, they're human people that are trying to do better. They're striving to be like God, but they're still broken, and we still need God, and we're never gonna be perfect, right?
Hmm.
But like people go to church and like, oh, look what happens here. It's like churches to me is like a hospital for sinners, like sick people. You can't go in there and judge people. They're there trying to seek a better way to live. That's how I look at
Yeah.
it. And
No,
every
yeah.
pastor I ever met made mistakes. And I'm like,
Hey, real
who
quick,
doesn't? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to cut you over real quick, because Slobberjaw, I haven't seen Slobberjaw in a long time, and he says 11 months sober. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations, brother, and good for you, man. And yes, doing good here, man, and I'm glad to see you again. It's been more than 6 months at least. I don't know. I haven't seen you in a minute. So congratulations, brother. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, religion doesn't work. Exactly, LSP. It's either a relationship or nothing.
Right. Well, and that again, comes from figuring out that it's not out there somewhere. In this vast universe we're spinning, going many miles an hour in every direction at a spin. He's not anywhere out there, right? And inhabits the praises of his people, the book says. Isn't that interesting?
I mean, do you think we're actually spinning?
Oh,
I'm just asking
you
because
trying to get me into a flat Earth discussion? I've been there, right?
No,
I've been all over in there.
I don't believe in flat Earth. I'm just saying, like, I have to believe that we're stuck in an orbit going 10,000 miles an hour. We're doing so many RPM, turning and turning and turning, and nothing ever hits each other. And it's like,
I don't believe
I
in
don't know if
flat
I
Earth.
believe all of it, man.
I don't believe in
Relativity
flat
does.
Earth, but I also don't believe in round Earth. So
It's
I'll
kind
tell
of
you,
like an oblong.
I can't prove its shape, and I don't intend to, but what I do know is that almost everything else we've ever been told and fed is an absolute goddamn lie. And every government agency is nothing but a hotbed for corruption, tyranny, and lying. And you want me to believe this particular agency because it calls itself NASA? Something tells me they're probably just about as corrupt and lie as often. I mean, think about it. You can't get Bluetooth to work across fucking room, but they got a rover on Mars that seems to have no problem with that many miles
Or
and a delay.
Starlink.
No way to repeat the signal or bump it up, right? You can't get one across to your mother's house on a CB without a certain amp going to it, but yet they can send and receive signals. I don't know, man.
Good point, man. Good point.
I just think you should, when you're looking at that stuff, you should start with zero belief and confidence in what they say and work your way up.
I like Watt Life's. Yeah, I like to think that's a good way to think of it, as a big buttermilk biscuit.
Oh, and I got
already ate half of it.
I have to ask.
Put some gravy on that sucker.
That's right.
I have to ask because I've been trying to read the chat and keep up, but Indy says I haven't seen it all yet. Looking for? Are you talking about the movie Idiocracy? You haven't seen all of Idiocracy yet? Is that the one you're?
I haven't seen it either, actually.
Oh my gosh, you
it's
have
kind of like a documentary for today, I think.
Yeah, I've seen that over 100 times, easily over 100 times, man. That's why when people say they haven't seen it, I'm like, what? Really?
Dude, I love the people in our chat, dude. I just gotta say it. Like, I like biscuits. It's just so simple, but I love it.
Being a hillbilly, that is not only one of my favorite foods, it is also a specialty of mine. I make great gravy and biscuits.
Is it country? It's got to be country gravy, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, homemade, right in the skillet, son.
Sausage. And do you use lard or do you use the sausage grease?
Well, typically I use either lard. If I have fried bacon or sausage, I'll use that.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, people don't know, like, out here, unless you're from the South, they don't know about no lard. They don't. If you taste lard in your gravy, man, it's something else.
Pig fat rules.
You will never stop eating it. Yeah, you'll never stop eating it once you taste it.
You ever notice when everybody was eating all the fat and eating all the real butter and all the real sugar and all the stuff, we didn't hear much about anything. And then as soon as they went to make us healthier with margarine, which is like 50% whipped vegetable oil and shit, when we started eating healthy and not having any sugar and eating all this stuff, look at what happened. Now tell me that you weren't related. Everybody's sick. You can't hardly get into a goddamn doctor. I mean, you know, you walk into an urgent care, you could wait forever. You know, I mean, it's the craziest thing ever. We're living longer and we're more healthier now than we've ever been, they say, but I couldn't prove it.
Well, that's because they're embalming us through the food. You know, all the preservatives they're putting in the food are basically embalming
And
us.
they still can't believe it's not butter.
Must be a USAID program to save money on formaldehyde. Right?
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Man, there's another deep thought.
Much love,
That's how
Brenda.
they save money on formaldehyde.
Right. Just
well, if you embalm them first and then they die, you ain't got to do it later, man. It's,
right,
it's already done. You
exactly.
you just throw that fucker in a box and kick it in the hole, man. It's all good.
Man, I think Terry's got it all figured out, man.
The ramblings of a hillbilly.
Everything you've been saying makes so much sense. Like, oh yeah, it's.
Well, you know what the sad thing is it's the most ridiculous damn thing that I could have said in reality, and yet we have been so desensitized to the stuff happening in the world that it almost sounds plausible. That's the scariest part.
Well, that's like what they say is the usually, usually the answer is so simple,
right.
And that's why no one ever sees it because it's so simple. No one's ever looking for the simple answer. There's always got to be more to it, right? But there never is.
There's why they are stuck in religion and tradition without really ever any understanding.
See, religion in the end, man, when people are standing before God and they have religion, that's not going to work. He's going to be like, who are you? So that's not what it's all about. You know, following a bunch of codes and like swinging your incense.
Didn't he say something like, everybody that calls me Lord won't enter?
No, say you've done miracles in my name and all that, but they'll say he never knew you.
I'll say it won't fucking matter. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't care what you did in my name. It's irrelevant. You don't get in. Bye.
It's your heart. You know, he knows your heart. Like he knows if you really want, if you're really sorry or not. I just figure if you're all screwed up, you might as well go to God and just tell him, hey, I don't even want to pray. That's what I do. Like when I don't feel like praying, I'm just like, God, I don't even want to pray. And I know that's not right. Can you give me the desire to do that? Can you give me the desire to love people, to love my enemies, to be kind to people that hurt me, you know, or steal from me? Because that's not normal. It goes against everything that's in you to do those things. It takes God, like it takes something special, right? Kindness is a lot harder. I could be mean a lot easier than kind. And I could make a hell of a lot more money being mean too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and
could
lying.
Have been a YouTube star if I'd have lied. If I'd have lied and over sensationalized, if I can get it out.
It's like I was a contractor. I could have lied to all the senior citizens like the rest of the guys I knew. And you scare them into work. Oh, your electrical in the wall is going to catch fire. You need a whole new job and you need it now. You know, these guys lied every day to these senior citizens.
I've worked as a mechanic. You know, I could never bring myself to lie to somebody that brought me a car.
Right.
I want you to see
what's wrong a hole in their trans
there's nothing wrong with it. You know, there's just nothing wrong with it.
There wasn't anything wrong with it, but I did put a pinhole in your trans line, and you will be back next week.
Well, you know, you got to fix it till it's broke, right?
All right. It's true.
If it ain't broke, you shouldn't fix it. But if you're going to, you might as well fix it till it's broke. And don't that usually happen?
Everybody I know that's like really high, making a ton of money, always stepped on other people to get there. And I don't ever want to be that person.
Well, there are very few people who were born into it. That's for sure.
Right. But it's so true. A lot of people that weren't born into it, but get there that do step on people along the way. And that's, I refuse to do that too.
And the famous line they always tell you is, it's only business. It's a business, dude. It's like, no, you can still have courtesy and be kind to people and run a business. You don't have to be a complete idiot, you know.
You know what? People will pay if you give them a huge roller coaster drama, right? They will pay to watch a dumpster burn, but you couldn't show them a picture of a pretty ice sculpture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? People will watch a recliner on the side of the road. If you put the most beautiful ice sculpture in the world out there, people might drive by it and think it's nice. You set a bag of dog shit on fire, people will stop and watch it burn, man. I swear they will.
Someone will pick it up and play with it, probably, nowadays.
Probably.
Is there any condoms in here?
I wonder if any of them gauze and condoms got thrown off.
Oh, wait, did someone say that there's lard in that? I love lard. Let me have some.
Right? That's probably my
since
blood
they-
type.
I shouldn't
Lord.
say this, but since they were for Gaza, they were probably like really small. You could fit like 3,000 in a box. Did you catch that?
You talking more like finger cots? Have you seen those? There's a tiny piece of latex
Don't
or
leave
rubber
that out
that
too
goes
long.
down over, stretches down
Oh.
over just one finger. I
Yeah,
don't know
the
why you
little-
would use these, but they call them
Yeah.
finger cots. You know, it's like
I
an
know, yeah, those
individual
things are funny as
condom for
hell.
your finger. You know,
Yeah, micro penis condom.
Yeah, what are those anyways? I've seen those at work, and I'm like, is
Yeah.
that for sorting mail or something?
No, yeah, so you don't have to
maybe you
keep.
got to put in a suppository, and you don't want to have to wash your finger when you're done.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I can't really think of anything. That's just like I can only think of where you might. I'd probably wear a glove, but there you go. I don't know. I don't know where I'd just stick a finger that I'd be worried about it.
That, or I think it's for like if you're like having to go page by page, and instead of keep
Well,
licking your finger or whatever,
Well, they sell them as a medical thing, though. Like, where
Oh,
like
that's true.
bandages,
That's
first
true.
aid, that kind of thing. So I assume that there must be some reason. I just don't know it.
Go slow.
I don't think I want to know. Actually, now that it says a medical thing, it's like, you know what, they make them.
Well,
That's cool.
you know what they say about the regular condoms, how great they are about not transmitting STDs and things
Almost
like
had it.
that. Be careful where you stick things is probably the first thing you should learn in life. Don't stick things in holes that you don't know what's on the other side.
If I see you wearing finger condoms, and read a book, I'm definitely gonna laugh. Oh, I would too, man. See, now I gotta order some finger condoms just
Now the
to
lady
be
at the
funny
post
on the live
office,
stream.
the lady at the post office has more of a it's more like a silicone. It's not like a latex thing. It's like a permanent thing that you just slip on your finger. So when she is fingering through all of that mail and those papers, that's
Fingering.
what that's for. But it's not. He said fingering.
How immature are we that we?
I know.
Because I thought that same thing, but I didn't want to say it.
Hey, Billy. I know. I almost didn't, but I laughed, and I'm like, oh, you already see me laugh, so.
And the one at the post office has studs, almost like a studded one. So there you go. I don't know that they make finger cots that way.
Oh, Terry, this just reminded because you said post office, dude. When I went 5-6 days ago to mail out those tumblers for the subscribers, that first when I got there, I was like, I don't think I've been in a post office in like 15 years, like 13, 14, 15 years. I was like, this is weird, So, and it was completely empty, right? So when I'm doing all that stuff, I was like, I'm curious. So I asked the dude, I was like, hey, have you ever had like, I think, I was playing dumb. I'm like, I think they're called like First Amendment auditors or something. But have you ever had anyone come through here, like recording with their camera or whatever? And he's like, oh, you mean like a TV station? And I'm like, no. I'm like, they're like YouTube channels. And so I was doing that. And he's all, well, no, they wouldn't be allowed to do that. And I'm like, oh, why is that? And then I'm thinking I should be recording this, but dude, doing an audit at a post office here, I think you talk about clicks and views. Holy shit!
I did one here, and I think the biggest thing that helped me again was Chili. He went out and was such a moron, right? He was just a disrespectful idiot, right? He just went out and just tried to make an enemy out of everyone. I think because he was so nasty, right? Because he's just such a nasty person. It made it easier for them to take me. They didn't mind me being around. They didn't mind my camera. Nobody said a word. You know, the only time that
Right.
anybody had said anything was when I was on a few stops that I never posted the video. They were uh, like one guy was trying to commit suicide, had a gun to his head in the car. You know, things like that that I was there, but and I videoed. You know, for of course for the cops and for the whoever's in the car, everybody's protection. You know, and of course I wouldn't have never posted anything like that. So there were a few things like that. You know,
Right.
along the way. But
Yeah.
other than
And
that,
for,
nobody said a word. You know, a few of the family members sometimes would be like, you're like that guy. I'm like, look, I'm not posting this. I promise. You'll never see it. It's not about that. I'm just making sure they're doing their job. Once that's done, and if you don't need this video, I'll delete it. And I did.
yeah. And for anyone in chat wondering, truly, just put it this way: if you want to know the true definition of a narcissist, an asshole, or a conceited, selfish, egotistical person, just watch Delete Laws.
50% bullshit and 50% chicken shit. That is 100% Jose Maria de Castro. Now
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, talk
Go
about
on, Seth.
narcissist too, man. Wow. That.
Well,
Yeah.
when I first met him, he told me, he said, Terry, I want to be honest with you about something. What I do for me. Everything I do for me. I said, well, that's fine. As long as you're helping someone else, if it benefits you, I wouldn't bitch a bit, right? You do you. I wouldn't have a problem with that, right? I wouldn't have a problem, Steve, if you were helping somebody, I'd help you help them, right? If you get something
Right.
out of it, that's on you, right? It wasn't about that for me, right? But there you go. So
But,
he is definitely all about himself. But
well,
at
that
least he's
kind of goes
honest.
back to like what we were saying about people getting to the top and how they screw other people to get there. And like I was saying, I could never do that. But yeah, Chili has no problem doing that. He'll
Right.
step
Yeah.
all over you.
Well, he found out that didn't go too well around here, didn't he?
Right. Yeah. He
He ran from here, ran from me. The last day he was in Ironton, he ran from me. That was it. He won't come back.
I didn't know Billy was a member. I just noticed that.
I think who was it? Because there was 5 more people who were gifted a membership last week or the other day, Thursday. I'm not sure if Billy was one or if Billy is a member. Then yeah, Billy rocks. Well, Billy rocks anyway. She's
What
got
happened?
good streams.
We had 23 people. I came back. We got 11. What happened?
I'm guessing maybe someone else went live.
Oh,
I don't know. I haven't looked, but
we'll find them and flog them.
yeah.
We'll flog them.
Dave, did you ever hear of my idea for petty crimes? Do you remember like the old colonial stocks, like they put your head and wrists in
Yeah,
it, kind of
I'm
a
all
bent
for
over
that.
standing position? Well, I think there should be 4 or 5 of those, like permanently built on the courthouse lawn, in
Oh,
every county.
yeah.
And for those little petty crimes, I think that you should be put in there. On Sunday afternoon, right after Sunday school and shit, we should like bring in the food trucks and like have a thing, right, where everybody gets to watch the public ass busting, and they should jerk your pants down right in front of God and everybody and bust your ass with a paddle. It's what they ought to do, and they'll quit doing that petty little shit. I
You know, it'd
guarantee.
be even worse than that is to have them drop their pants and then have Diddy walk back and forth behind them.
I don't necessarily want to traumatize them. I want them to go on and be good citizens after this. Was the idea. I didn't want to destroy them.
Oh, I'm sorry, because you said
But
petty crime. I'm sorry. I was thinking like a more serious.
Well, I don't think we'll need any baby oil. I was just thinking about a piece of wood myself.
Diddy walking back and forth like a gorilla.
you say I don't want to traumatize them.
Which y'all's want one it is.
It wouldn't be traumatized. Tell me you ain't never had your ass busted, Steve.
Oh yeah,
As
dude.
a kid,
I mean,
you never got okay. So taking one as an adult wouldn't be much different, would it? It'd just be the embarrassment in front of everybody. Is all it is.
Your butt busting, I misinterpreted it as something else. So,
well, that's the thing. That's why I love and respect my parents so much because they did bust my ass and
Right.
humiliated me to where I was like, okay, so I definitely don't do that again ever.
And sometimes they didn't embarrass me as often as I look back now and realize how bad I embarrassed myself, but they allowed it, right?
Right.
Humbled me, humbled me.
Yeah.
Humble is good. Yeah. If you're on YouTube to be a rock star and you're full of ego, good luck with it.
Well, I'm full of something. I don't know that it's all ego, but I've
Nope.
been accused
Humble,
of being
man.
full of something.
So Steve, you didn't hear about where you could get your Kurt shirts. I don't know if Indy has access to that or anyone. If you're interested in getting a Kurt Fest shirt, Kurt Kasprick in remembrance, I think some of the proceeds go to Justine. I'll try to find you the link, or if anybody knows that link, maybe Snooks knows it, but I
Yeah,
ordered
definitely.
Kurt, and it finally came in the mail. I'm gonna show my ugly mug. Probably look half dead, but I'm gonna show it anyway. There it is.
Let me see. Oh, dude, that's awesome picture too.
So that's the Kurt shirt. It says I love this space.
Dude, that is.
Now,
I'm definitely getting one of those.
Now, does he look half dead or half alive? I mean, like the glass, is it half full? Is it half empty? Does he look?
They're mushrooms. They're mushrooms.
Yeah, he was half. I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, he was. Dude, he was the coolest dude I've ever known, man. Talk about the biggest open heart and kindest, and yeah, he loved everyone, man. That guy was so cool.
Sorry about
He always
my
said
neck.
he always, like we were talking about earlier with aliens and stuff, he always said that I'm just an alien living on this planet.
See, maybe it was passed down to him through some of them dumbasses we were talking about earlier.
Can you guys tell I had grandkids over? Like my whole house is trashed.
It's too
They're good
dark.
at that, aren't they?
Oh my god, they tear it all up. First thing they do is they come over, they take the whole Lego container, and they just turn it over. It's like, damn, dude.
That's how you get them out of the box, ain't it?
Apparently.
How old we talking?
5 and under.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm also an amateur magician, so the kids love me. They think I'm a cool, mystical old guy,
Yeah.
Oh,
You lied to them.
yeah, magic always works.
Oh yeah.
I just give them money. Like today they came over, I gave them a couple bucks each.
Well, I don't have to. That's how I get mine. I make theirs disappear right in front of them.
Yeah, there you go.
We're back in the day where you could get something for a nickel or a dime.
It's almost rememberable now.
Like you remember lemon heads?
Yes.
Or like Red Hot or Boston beans and all that. You could buy that for like a nickel.
Did you ever have the penny candy? Are you old enough to remember penny candy?
Yeah.
You
And
take $5 into a store and think you were rich as a kid.
Yeah. Candy.
Now you can take $5 into a store and you find out you can't even buy fucking candy yet. You ain't got enough money.
Well, king size Snickers is $5.
I remember buying cigarettes for $1.25.
Right. When I first moved to Columbus, I never paid over 94 cents a gallon for a gallon of gas.
I remember 99 cents a gallon in Detroit when I first started driving.
Yeah, cigarettes were 99 cents and gas was 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same price. Steve, I don't have any guns in the background, do I? I might have forgot.
I hope not. No, we'd be shut down by now.
Oh, got that one.
Oh yeah, you got those guns.
They're getting smaller.
Which way's the beach?
I don't know, but I love this shirt, man.
Dude, so do I. I'm definitely getting
awesome. You got to wash it. Like came with instructions to turn it inside out when you wash it to make it last.
Yeah, always with those kinds of shirts, turn them inside out. There you go.
That's where I messed
little
up.
Tips you can have.
I messed up with my Axe and Nacho shirt that I have, and I wore the shit out of it too. But I wasn't washing it inside out. Now it used to say X and Nacho. Now it says X. Oh,
You know, another way, if it's one of those shirts like that you have the for the novelty of having, like getting your favorite channel's coffee cup, right? I would suggest that since it means that much to you, just go ahead and hand wash it in the sink, man. It won't take long. It's just one shirt, and you can
That's
make
true.
sure that you can keep it longer, better, and don't have to worry about the washer eating it, right? Just
There
that's
you go.
very true. Because
Got this guy, the Harloha
I've
mug.
heard
there
of
you
that,
go.
dude.
That thing is beautiful. I'm telling you, the color on that
That
is
is nice, isn't it?
fabulous. It's got the pink and the blue. It comes with
You know, it's
nothing inside.
I'm glad you washed it because I know you told me you used it as a piss cup.
Yeah. Oh no, I'd piss in this one.
Oh, yeah, oh, the X and Nacho.
Yeah. Yeah, I might pee in that one.
Yeah, he spits in the Harloha one.
Here's to you, X. I'm going to pee in this. Anyway, I'm looking forward to more swag. I got stuff on order.
But the
Guys, I
cool
hope I
thing is
didn't
about
interrupt what you
the
were doing. I'm sorry. I was going to say, I hope I didn't interrupt whatever you had planned or were doing when I came up. I didn't mean to do that.
We were planning
No.
on taking our clothes off.
No,
Well,
that's the best part is I never have anything planned. Like maybe once in a great while it'd be, or if like we have a guest set up, but
right.
it's anything and everything. So yeah, whatever comes up, and
Y'all twisted my brain with the Area 51, 52 and all that.
right.
Man.
No,
I
I'm
just
glad you
didn't-
came on, man, because we haven't talked in a while, and I love
It's been a
having
minute.
you.
Is Silver Girl in the chat?
Oh, did she come in? I don't think
I don't
see.
know. I was gonna say I was gonna plug her book for her.
Oh, okay. No, I
Anyway,
haven't seen her.
this book is written by Silver Girl. If any of you guys know Silver Girl, Steve sent me this copy. It says "I Didn't Die" by Silver Girl. I don't know how many of you knew she was an author, but it's a good book. You guys check it out.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
And the cool thing about the Harloha is now you can get Harloha merch. And not only is it made in America, it is also made in the very house that I'm sitting in right now by the one and only Nina. So
That makes it even more important and special then, doesn't it?
Nina,
yeah,
make me a
so
stem.
now the Harloha, I would show you my beer koozie, but I lost it like 3 days ago and I have no idea where it went. But beer koozie, Harloha beer koozie, or a tumbler, or earrings,
How do I get one of those cups?
magnets, or the tumblers are really cool. I don't have any of it by me right now. I wasn't planning on plugging myself, but
Do you do the coffee cups as well?
not yet. But I'm pretty sure we can. I'm pretty sure we definitely. I mean, yeah, I know we definitely can.
Hey, if you're
I
gonna
would love
butt
to have
plug
one of those.
yourself, don't do it on camera. See, auto strike.
Oh, and by the way, the parental abuse, that maybe I'm not talking about sexual abuse, but as far as like physical abuse, that'd be a good person to put in the stocks and just beat their ass now, wouldn't it? With a big wooden paddle, just like in school. You see, there's those kinds of things I'm talking about.
Yep, there you go.
You should get what you give, right?
Exactly.
There you go. Snook said y'all should kick me the hell out of here and get naked.
Yeah,
it's
gonna be like it's gonna be my merch right here. This little dog, the salt and pepper
There
dog.
you go.
I love this dog. Look at that dog. He's so handsome.
Hey, why do you have Wildlife's salt and pepper shaker?
Wildlife ain't getting it. No, I'm gonna spray it with my cologne and send it to Wildlife. For real. And I'm gonna sign it. I'm gonna sign it right here on the booty.
These nuts.
Dave was here.
So I decided to do this yesterday because we were talking about it either Thursday or last Sunday, but Mitch Hedberg, one of my top 5 favorite comedians, rest in peace, Mitch. Sucks because he would have been. But anyway, there's one joke about, going to the restaurant. They're like, Dufresne. Well, you know, I'll just let him say it because this shit's so funny.
You know when you go to a restaurant on the weekends, it gets busy, so they start a waiting list, they start calling out names. They say like, Dufresne, party of two. Table ready for Dufresne, party of two. And if no one answers, they'll say the name again. Dufresne, party of two. But then if no one answers, they'll just go right on to the next name. Bush, party of three. Yeah, but what happened to the Dufresnes? No one seems to care. Who can eat at a time like this? People are missing. You people are selfish. The Dufresnes are in someone's trunk right now with duct tape over their mouth. And they're hungry. That's a double whammy. We need help. Bush, search party of three. You can eat once you find the Dufresnes. I love you guys.
I don't know why that was so loud. I'm sorry, man. I hope it didn't come out like that on the. It had to have because I was sharing it.
Sounded good on my end.
Oh, did it sound all right? Yeah, it was like really loud on my
volume
end.
here. I can't
Sounded-
speak for everyone else, but it sounded good to me.
Sounded slightly gay on my end.
Bush search party, yeah, blue unicorn. Escalator is temporarily stairs. Escalators can't be broken. They can only conveniently become stairs.
You know what we didn't do today?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Intermission. Get your snacks and your peanuts. And I didn't say penis, I said peanut.
How can you just leave me standing
Oh yeah.
alone in a world that's so cold? So cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. She's never satisfied.
That's right.
There we go.
That
That's
was
what we
pretty
do,
cool.
Terry. That's what we do. And, you know, everyone starts getting comfortable and relax. And they're like, oh, get the blood flowing.
Yeah, we break up the monotony.
Yeah.
Well, if you can get that foot tapping, it'll raise. I don't know if it's aerobics level, but it might raise the heart rate a beat or two. Get you moving.
Right.
Yeah, it's a,
Oh, excuse me.
I had to get that out of the way. All right. Well, I love
Count
those
Trumpula,
intermissions.
Harloha bongs.
That's
I'm
paranoid.
sure.
Personalized bongs. That would be amazing right there.
I think that could possibly. I'm pretty sure. Well, anything could be done, right? But I might have to put a lot of work into making that happen. But oh, here I got to mess with Creek. Hey, Creek, good to see you, man. Glad you're back.
Gentlemen, I need a cup of coffee, so I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back.
Oh, right on. But that is a
Doesn't that make you
joke
gay?
on Creek because that happens to me all the time. I'll be like, I'll pop in the chat in the beginning and be like, hey, I'm not in chat, but I'm listening because I'm at work, but I got my earbuds in there. And then like an hour and a half will go by, and then I'll say something again, and everyone's like, oh, I'm glad you're back, or da-da-da, whatever. And it's like, I never remember I said that I'm going to be listening the whole time just because I didn't say nothing in chat. So I always like to mess with Creek when he comes back because I know he's at work listening. So anyway, I don't know why I felt like I just had to explain myself. Because that's the way it goes, man. Everyone go check out Dave's Not Here, man. His channel name is Star for Truth. He is growing. His channel is growing.
I'm trying.
Quickly, quicker than mine. Quicker than mine was growing.
Yeah, well, you got to work. I've been sitting at home for a month doing nothing but 14 hours on YouTube a day.
True.
14-hour days, man. Just making relationships, getting to know people, bouncing everywhere, talking to people. You know, that's what it's all about. Networking with people is good. I'm going to make a video on it one day about, like, I've had some successes lately with some people, like getting to know people and growing fast. I've had some weird interactions with people too, where they like trying to sell you crap, and I don't know, it's kind of a weird world. in Vietnam. You know what I'm talking about?
Vietnam.
You know, like they try to give you a banana or some crap. You ever hear that?
Oh yeah, like it's like their slang for
like a fake sub or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, something like
Like, it's a real thing though.
Yeah. Oh, right on Creek. Yep. I actually just got done setting it to redirect. So when we're done here, it'll automatically redirect everyone to Creeks.
What's Creek doing tonight? It's talking or is karaoke?
I didn't even look at the
Come on, man.
I didn't look at the title of it. I didn't look at the title of it. I just looked at that he set it up.
Why did you take my come on man key out of here, man?
You what?
My come on, man. It's not here anymore.
I had to take a couple out to because to add room for other stuff, because you can only put so many things in and then it'll say, oops, not enough space or whatever. But I don't remember taking that one out.
I thought that was a good one. I like that one.
Took out the
what's the capable one? I haven't seen that before.
No, that's I'll play it. It's a song.
Oh, okay.
I played it Thursday afterwards. It's a song. I don't know. I was in a shitty mood the other night and pissed off, and so it's like it starts out angry, but then turns out positive. Like,
I want to play that song. Do you think I should play that 2-minute song I made that I showed you the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Guys in chat want to hear a quick song.
Quick one. And we're right around the 2-hour mark too. So
that I made. Well, I mean, I don't know how much we really make the songs. I mean, we do write them and stuff, but I feel like AI is kind of cheating. But
it is. Well, no, me too. But at the same time, that's like the ones where mine, the ones that I write the lyrics to. That's why I always say I wrote the lyrics, but everything else is AI. So like I only take credit for the lyrics.
At least it allows us to express ourselves if we're unable to produce that kind of music and that level of talent, right? You get your lyrics out there, you get your emotions out there without and don't have to be a pro.
Now this took me 4 hours. If it sucks, I'm sorry, but I don't think it sucks. I think it's pretty good. It's like 240. So if you guys can hang out through it, if you can't, I'm sorry, but you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yes.
Tell me if it's not loud enough. Loud enough?
Can't hear it very well.
It's to suffer, but to survive is to live.
Yeah, that's good.
It's to find meaning in the suffering. Back on my feet so I can break stuff up. I've been through mad faces like mazes and tearing it up. I know that better days overhead, I'm smart enough to see. I lived long enough to see my kids succeed. I've been there, now I'm in there. Don't need much to succeed. Once I can bleed, I have a heart that won't bleed. I'm ready for the world, at least I thought I would. But I kept thinking and feeling how broke I was. Going fast, it wouldn't last, but I couldn't tell. Group homes and institutions prepare me for jail. I was on the spot, forced to be a thug. Couldn't make it through, not a day without drugs. Was it my fault? Was it really something I did to make a once loving father, 2 years old, walk out on his kid? Walk out on his kid. Back on the scene at 15, holding on to a dream, getting more green from a scheme that I seen. Hustling in angles high on the hog, never giving a thought about much but my dog. Fighting mental battles, trying not to break, trip to the ground, still trying not to look fake. Get me back on my feet and I will tear stuff up. I will rip the old thug and I will get back up. Life just got hard, it got worse, I got older, but now my actions are bolder. I had the world on my shoulders, the chip on my shoulder that I dared you to touch. No need for a gang of thugs, fear me that much. Crazy thoughts in my bod, starting trashing for kicks, catching tricks, throwing bricks, getting rich, being slick. Years later, someone started showing signs of stress, but I'm looking up now for a God to address. What I thought was success was just covered in stress. I sobered up, poured the stress from my cup. The thug broken down, a new man standing up. The thug heart broken down. Going fast, it wouldn't last, but I couldn't tell. We're bones in institutions, prepare me for jail. Was strapped in greed, I have a heart that won't bleed. I'm ready for the world, at least I thought I was. But I kept thinking and feeling how broke I was. Going fast, it wouldn't last, but I couldn't tell. Group homes and institutions, prepare me for jail. 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 I'm down on this kid. I'm down on this kid.
Hardcore.
There you go. How to get the foot tapping.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me 4 hours. I think it turned out pretty good. It's cool now. Like in the old days, you had to rap every line, but now you can like kind of not rhyme sometimes, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Remember how you had to rhyme every other line?
You can bend. You like bend the word.
Yeah.
You know,
like.
Tell me English wasn't our version of English, because you know the ones who invented the damn language don't sound like us. But the way we've kind of just bastardized the entire verbiage that we use. We can make it to mean almost anything. Hell, hot can mean hot to burn you. Hot can mean good, right? Shit can be good, even though it can be bad. You know what I mean? There's, you know, the way we use the language and the way we speak.
You know? Like, dude, this is some good shit, dude. Or, dude, this tastes like shit. Yeah.
That's the importance of having context. The importance of having context and not happening into half of a conversation, huh?
Right. Tell me that's not confusing to someone that doesn't know English and they're first trying to learn it, you know, like they find out what shit is, and then they're hearing it like that, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm so confused.
It's our first language, and sometimes we don't know what the hell we're talking about. Right. Imagine if it's your second.
Yeah, and that's just one word, like shit. Like, dude, look at this shit. Like, dude, what is this shit? Like, it's all the whole. Yeah, that's crazy. Have you ever seen those videos where people speaking English sound like to people in other countries? Dude, it's weird, man.
I've heard them make fun of us. It makes me laugh because I can see why it sounds that way.
Right.
I know when I'm around.
Go ahead. I want to say something about.
Go right ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
If you guys make a song and you guys want to send it to either me or Steve, maybe we'll play it on the podcast either Thursday or Sunday night. If you guys want to show what you got.
An AI song? Or do I have to sing it myself?
Whatever. No, anything you want. Want to record a song or you want to do an AI song? It's good to have intermissions. I like it. That's like, you know.
Yeah.
It seems like when you do that, all of a sudden 10 people come back. Anyways, yeah, so if you guys want, send your songs in. If you got something cool you want us to play, let us know.
You got to see what life's comment.
What do you say? I'm ADHD, bro. So my favorite.
What is that?
Said my favorite Disney movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love a hero with a twisted backstory.
Okay.
So here, I'm not going to play this whole thing because it's kind of long, but this is just a snippet of and this is how English sounds to
Or Elton John.
Did you say Elton John?
Did you stop by the Love
I think you did.
I played that Privatium on the wrong front line today.
Oh, the Raising Man with the National Marine. Don't for me you agreed that treason.
No, her station is trapped. I mean, why the Crest soldier for the Magdalene nation is further granted my Joseph.
Joseph for the Magdalene?
That is too weird, man. That's too weird. I swear he said Elton John.
He did.
It's probably what being a non native English speaker is like trying to watch a TV show. I would imagine that probably
Right.
sounds about right.
Yeah,
I know
because I
that
mean,
a lot of the Mexicans that I have known in my life, they learned a lot of the English that they learned, they said, by watching American TV. That was how they ended up learning a lot. You know, a lot of the words sound kind of the same with Spanish, so it worked out. But
Como está mi amigo? Where's LSP? LSP no Spanish.
I know enough to get through a day at working at Taco Bell. That's where I had to learn it. I had employees who could not speak English, and I could not speak Spanish. So, like, you know, one day I just got so frustrated. I picked up a handful of lettuce, and the guy beside me, his name was Angel, and I said, Angel, Inglés lettuce, Espanol, and he said lechuga, and we went through the whole store that way. And, you know, after a bit, I could like halfway say something and they'd know what I meant. You know, if I said something about the baños, they'd know I need the bathrooms cleaned right. I didn't have to be
I just go
at it. So
and be
I don't
like,
know much.
Señoritas, mucho, let's see, mucho grande dinero, señoritas, mi casa. Like, send all your women, I got money. That's what
I just say, hey, Holmes, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. I say,
send me your women.
That's funny.
Got the mucho grande dinero.
But
anyway,
well, shoes, man, we are at the 2-hour mark, and I do have talk to both of you guys backstage, and I got a bunch of shit I got to do before the sun goes down. So I think we got to wrap it up. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen.
For the rhythm and the rhyme.
It's about that time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I'm going to get mine, so get yours. I want to see sweat coming out your point. See, there's musical Tourette's right there.
Talk about
musical Tourette's.
Hear just a couple words, and it reminds you of a song, and then the song's in your head.
I'm just trying to figure out what that meant. You can't jelly a clown into a tiny car.
You might be able to.
Oh, because what's the difference between jelly and jam? Because you can jam a clown into a tiny car, but you can't jelly.
Oh, wow.
There
witty. Very witty.
You know, it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
My meatloaf brings all the boys to the yard. That's what I'm gonna ask Axe if he can do that next time at the end of the show. Can you do meatloaf brings the boys to the yard instead of milkshake? My meatloaf. I love that song he does. I told you I was gonna be all over tonight. I'm like slept like 2 hours.
Well, that's how I am all the time.
Creek's on in 2 hours, less than 2 hours, right? Yeah.
So no, 3 hours.
He's at 10:15, right? Eastern or Pacific? Always Pacific.
No, he's at 10. Yeah, I forgot already. Damn it.
Pacific, right? Because he's in Louisiana.
No, he's Central time.
Central. Okay, so yeah. So
Gentlemen,
2
thanks
hours.
for letting me crash the party.
Was that Terry?
I was saying thanks for letting me crash the party and hang out with y'all. I had a good time.
It's a pleasure to have you up, brother.
No, yeah, and it was awesome to have you up and to be able to hang out and talk again, man. That's
right. I've enjoyed it as well.
Wanted to say real quick, I wanted to tell everyone that's been praying for my mom. I really appreciate it. We had a really, 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 really bad week, and I really needed those prayers. I appreciate everyone that took time out to send me messages and send mom love. I've been showing her the love. It's been helping her. It's, you know, you wouldn't think it would matter to her, but I show her. I'm like, Mom, look at all these people that are praying for you, you know, and they lifted her spirits. And then, like, I think I posted that night, you know, I posted something real emotional because I was like crying or something. Whenever I do that, I like say one of my stories that I shouldn't tell on YouTube, and I did it. And then, like, the next morning, my mom was alert. She was like, she woke up, was bright and alert, and like asking for coffee. And she had had a dream that someone robbed her or something. It was crazy, like some vivid dream. But she was awake, like, and better. And we thought like that it was it. We thought it was it 2 nights ago. You know, like this is it. So,
And
you know,
just remember out there, guys, if you don't pray, if you're not the kind of person who prays, that's fine. Make sure you send those well wishes and that positive energy that direction, because it can have the
yeah.
same effect.
Well, it's just supporting one another is important, guys.
Right.
You know, it's
Yes,
like
it is.
you never know, like who's going through mental health crises, man.
We were never meant to do any of this shit alone. That's the reason that it's impossible for any one of us to do it all alone. We were never meant to.
Mm-hmm.
We're meant
There's
to
many
be communal and
people.
work together.
Many people on YouTube also have private messaged me and told me that they've been through the same thing with their parents and given me tips. And someone reminded me to look at the good part of it. Like I've only been staring at the negative, and then they were like, look at it this way. You've had all the extra time. You've had all the extra moments. You had the holiday. You've got to make videos. Your mom's famous on YouTube, and I'll always have those memories. And it's like there's good things you can look at, and if you stare at the bad long enough, you'll end up like in your bedroom, like not wanting to leave, like I was, like just sitting there
Well, I mean, it's like
crying.
I always say, I always been saying this for a long time. Is like you always, think everything happens for a reason, good or bad, but you always have to look at the good side of it and learn from it to, just. I know it's not easy to always have a positive attitude, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, and then it's just like natural habit to just automatically go to the positive side of something.
You best believe if you guys need me, I'm gonna be there, just like I was for Justine or any of you. If something happens to you, I'm gonna be there just like you were there for me.
If it seems so bad and you can't find that positive side, that aspect, that perspective, or that silver lining to the cloud that you're staring at, don't be afraid to ask someone. When you feel the worst, when you're sitting in your room and you're got your back against the wall, sitting on the floor with your knees in your chest, and you're absolutely crushed in every way, and know that you're in nothing but hopeless, helpless despair, that is the moment you need to recognize it and get the hell up from where you're at and go associate with those who love you. Take my advice, do that.
Amen.
It's that moment you realize that you have no control.
Right.
And you thought you did.
Scary as hell, ain't it?
Oh man. You're like, wow, my whole life's been a lie. I don't have control. Holy crap.
Control is an illusion, isn't it?
It is. It's the ultimate illusion. So anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate you. I won't forget all the comments and things that you guys have privately sent me.
It is amazing, the community. I mean, out of the cesspool that YouTube can be, right? And the terrible people that are on here, it is amazing the small communities of absolutely wonderful, beautiful people that you can find here.
Yeah.
Very true.
That was my final word.
And yeah, any final thoughts or words of wisdom, Terry, that you want to say? Or?
I don't know if I could give a wise word if I had to.
You pretty much just did, but if there was anything else, because we always do final thoughts, but
I don't know that anything that I have said is wise and necessarily smart. It just seems plain brass tacks logical to me, right? I have a certain point of view and I always say I'm simple minded, and people are like, you are not. And that's not what I mean. I mean, my mind works simply. Generally, most questions have a yes or no, black or white answer. The problem is when you introduce emotion, right? It starts to gray things, right? You make bad decisions thinking that someone would take your side because of the emotional toll that you have been under. But that doesn't necessarily make things come out right. So I try to remain logical, and I ask you out there to try your best to do the same. It's not always easy, but think clearly and do it educated. If you don't know something, don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to ask. I'm just a dumbass on a muddy hillside. right? But I'm willing to learn. And you'd be amazed at the idiots in the world that you could learn something from. So don't be afraid to learn. And again, guys, thanks for having me. I had a good time. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed being here.
Yeah, and thank you again for coming up, man. It's awesome. And for anyone that was wondering in the beginning when I had this up, like, what the hell does that mean? All I can really say is I'm going to be working on a video soon, and I'm going to be undercover. You're just going to have to wait to see what it's about. But other than that, me and Dave will be back Thursday night at our normal time, and I'm going to play 2 songs. I wrote both of them. One's the capable one Dave was just talking about. The other one's a little slower, but I titled it Good Times for... Oh, I titled it... I'm going to have to retitle it. Never mind what the title is. But anyway, have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
Trying to get through this thing we call life. Trying to do everything I can. Trying to be me and stay on top of this game. I think y'all forgot who I am.
Hey, yo, what's my motherfucking name?
Steve Harloha. His name is Steve Harloha. I think some of you may not even know what I'm capable of. Trust I don't wanna show. I've paid my dues, I did my time. Last thing I wanna do is rewind. Don't take my kindness for weakness. Don't take advantage of me. Don't push me to my limits, cause you don't wanna see my capabilities. You don't wanna live my realities. If you think there's a fee, think twice and maybe let it be.
His name is Harloha.
Steve Harloha. I give it everything I got, constantly trying to help everyone. At the end of the day, I'm the only one who cares about what I'm going through. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with what you're trying to do. You might want to think twice. You don't want to try and take advantage just because I'm nice. I don't think you can manage. Step back, step the fuck back. Give me one more reason, I'm about to crack. Y'all trying to get me to slip and fall back into my old ways. I ain't having none of that. I ain't going back to my old days. So don't make me be the man I don't wanna be. Don't make me relive that reality. Everybody's always dreaming. Everybody's fighting demons. Everybody has their ups and downs. Everyone has a breaking point, but I won't give up till I wear that crown. I'm still fighting these nightmares after all these years. I'll never give up. I've shed too many tears. I'm going all the way. You ain't gonna stop me. I ain't never gonna quit. I'll never let it be. I'm gonna live my life till the day I die, doing the best I can. If you like it or not, that's the man I am. Everyone's got that breaking point.
We're not here for a long time, so might as well laugh and shine. Tough times don't break you. Tough people just pull through. This place to forget it all. Leave your worries at the wall. Smile like there's no end. Dance all night with your friends. Raise a glass to the night. Everything is feeling right. Life's a ride so wild and sweet. Let the rhythm move your feet. Songs that make your heart race. Fears fade in this bright space. No one cares if you're a mess. Just jump in, no second guess. Remember, life is a blink. Don't waste a drop of the drink. Make some memories so fine. Living on borrowed time. Raise a glass to the night. Everything is feeling right. Life's a ride so wild and sweet. Let the rhythm move your feet. Raise a glass to the night. Everything is feeling right. Life's a ride so wild and sweet. Let the rhythm move your feet.